Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today I already have a load and we are going to be leaving Elko, Nevada, headed for Sacramento, Walmart, carrying 15,000 pounds of household appliances in this very short single axle, probably a 28-foot trailer. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that I backed on Kickstarter recently, which you might have heard if you watched Jeff or probably even Alex. I'm not sure if Alex, I really hope Alex backed it. If he didn't, then that's unfortunate. But if some of you out there haven't backed it, I will include some links to know more information about it. Anyway, what I'm actually talking about is there was a Kickstarter project, it's already over, for a full Eaton 18-speed gear selector for American Truck Sim that fits on the G27 or Thrustmaster wheel or any wheel or whatever. It'll have its own USB cable, and what it'll do, it'll be an actual shifter that sits on top of your wheel. Sits on top of your old shifter, and you actually have the high-low selector and the splitter and everything. It's an actual shifter, and they're gonna put a little computer in it and USB it straight into your computer. And the demo video that they were showing off was actually really cool. This guy was shifting a truck in American Truck Sim using like the high-low and the splitter and all that, and it was amazing. It was really cool. Unfortunately, the Kickstarter has already ended, but like I said, I'll include a link to either the Kickstarter page or, their website or something. If I can find a place that you can look at this product still put in a pre-order or whatever if you're interested, I'll include a link somewhere in the description, and check it out if you want to. I don't know if I recommend it yet because I haven't gotten it, but it looks like a really cool product. I backed it so I can get one. I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out, and I'm interested in seeing what it's going to be like, because I think, one, it's going to make shifting a lot easier in American Truck Sim in terms of not having to worry about having to press a button on the actual wheel itself to then go through the gears. I will actually have that button on the shifter, which would be really nice, which would help shifting while turning at the same time, because that does happen quite often. And when you got to shift and turn at the same time, if your buttons to swap your gears from high-low are on your wheel and your wheel's in the middle of turning, well, that makes it a little more difficult to find where it is and press it and everything. So I think it'll be really cool. It's that one little added feature that I think will give American Truck Sim a huge, not advantage, but just a huge immersion level that you don't really get when you have just this little, shifter. So I am really looking forward to that. I think they said they want to start shipping them by May, which is like 2 weeks. That's a little ridiculous. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. They had a lot of people back. I think they doubled what they were asking for on Kickstarter. I think they're asking for 10,000. I think they got 20. But yeah, no, it seems really cool. I'm very excited to get it and try it out and see how it is. They also said that they're not going to just limit themselves to just the shifter. Eventually, they want to do more trucking simulator stuff. This can also work for ATS 2, I'm assuming, or any other trucking sim, because all it's really going to be is just another controller that has some buttons on it. So I've been keeping up with the project and what they've said have been the challenges and everything, and getting the little USB chip, into the actual shifter, they said is going to be the hardest part. That's kind of why they needed to kickstart, is because he got it done, but it was in a big box that he was using that was like replicating what a little chip could do. And he said that he needed the money to manufacture that chip to get in there, add a USB cable, make it look really nice, do a bulk order on shifters, stuff like that. So it seems like a really cool project. It seems like it works really great. I'm excited to get it and test it out, but I figured for the people out there that are also interested in truck sim or just want that next little level of something cool, this might be something that could interest you. Like I said, I'll include a link. I know the Kickstarter's done, but I'm pretty sure somewhere they would be taking more pre-orders, maybe on their site or something. I'm not sure. But like I'll look around. I'll see if I can find some information, and I'll link it so you guys can check out the project as well. Worst case scenario, I'll just link the old Kickstarter, and if you want to just check it out, just what it actually is, then you can see from the old Kickstarter. But it looks really, really cool. I'm very excited. I would love to get mine in May at some point, even towards the end of May. That would be great, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out with the whole them having to produce a lot, because I think they might have got more orders than they were expecting, because I know they were asking for $10,000. They got 20, so they doubled, which means that orders probably are backing up. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They also sell like cheaper kits or for do-it-yourself. They'll send you the shifter and all the parts and everything you need, and an instructional video and all that stuff on how to actually install the parts yourself. Or you could have pledged to just get the plug-and-play version. I just decided to get the plug-and-play version. I don't have time to try to figure out how to wire switchboards and shit like that. I don't really know that stuff, so I just went with the plug-and-play version. I'm very excited. I will be probably doing a review on it when I get it. Not that I'm not getting money or anything from a review. I just want to make a review because I think it's going to be a really nice product. I honestly don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much because I don't... Kickstarter is one of those things where there's always a lot of things on there that sound really good, but are they actually going to be really good? That's the biggest concern. But I think this will be a really nice introduction for this guy who is doing the Kickstarter to get into making pieces for trucking simulators, because when I think of trucking simulators in terms of equipment, you have a shifter now. That's one big piece. The next big piece is a wheel. So if he can figure out some way that I can get a better wheel, that would be amazing. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Also, I'm going to try to edit my little setup that I have here in terms of where my shifter lays and where my wheel lays and all that stuff. And I am going to try to make it so the shifter is a little bit lower on the ground than it is now. So that way, they said that they would include an extension piece, if you would like, to extend the shifter up higher so you have a little bit of a longer throw like you would in an actual truck. Because obviously the G27 is a very quick, it's meant to be a car, very, very quick. But if you put a little 2-foot extension on there or something like that, that's going to be a little more realistic. So, but unfortunately to do that, I'm going to have to mount my shifter a little lower somewhere. So I'm going to have to figure out some way of getting something to mount lower so I can use it. The only problem with that is I have an L desk, and the L is to my right, and I shift with my right hand. But I don't have much space, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But once I get it all figured out and set up and everything, I'm very excited to use it. And then I might just go ahead and make a little review on it, or at least include it in a video, what it looks like, how it works, and all that stuff. So I'm very excited. Hopefully that'll come in May. If not, I'll keep you guys updated. But it seems like a really, really cool product. Another thing, very quickly, that is just kind of random, but I figured I'd tell some people. Jeff found out that if you run American Truck Sim in DX9 mode compared to OpenGL, you do get a little bit better performance. Yeah, I guess that could be right for me. I mean, I do feel like I'm getting a little bit better performance in terms of city. It's not as bad as it was. So if you're having that, just go into Steam, and when you go into Steam, go into Library, American Truck Sim, when you click play, just select launch with DX9 or DirectX mode or whatever. I don't know if it's DX9, but DirectX mode. So just launch with that. If you're having some performance issues, it might help. It might make it worse, depending on what your machine is, but it's worth a shot if you're having some performance issues, because I know a lot of people do. This game isn't the best when it comes to optimization, especially inside the cities. But Jeff just seemed to notice that DirectX mode seemed to really make a little bit of a difference. I think he said like 10 FPS, which is a pretty decent amount of difference. I haven't actually noticed that, but I also haven't noticed many stutters or slowdowns or frame rate losses lately either. So, it is what it is. I think it actually does improve a little bit. If anything, it just keeps it from your frames getting a little too low. which is a very big possibility. Is this the one that... No, there's snow. Okay. Yeah, a couple things is they also said that they tried to remove some stop signs at street lights where they could, and making left turn lanes a little better and stuff like that. They've done some editing to the world. The one thing I will say that they didn't fix is around Sacramento there's that construction site, and I'm using air quotes but you can't see, construction site where there's like those cones and it looks exactly like this, like we're right here, how they just block off the shoulder. For some reason they still have it go down to a 40-mile-an-hour zone. I don't know why, but it really messes up that area. I know there's a mod to fix it, just haven't done it. Seeing if it's going to pop up on Steam Workshop. I think that those mods would be a really nice Steam Workshop mod. Little things, interchange fixes, speed limit fixes, longer yellow lights, you know, stuff like that. Little mods that just add little things to the game, I think are very important to have. And very, you know, Steam Workshop would make that just so easy. Just click, 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 click. You know, you have them, they're there, it's great. I think when it comes to other mods, bigger mods, I don't mind not going off, you know, going out of the way to go to, you know, oh, we're gonna fall over. Trying to think here about what I want to say and look at my fuel, trying to figure out where I'm at. I think we got to get right behind this guy, right? I think so. So yeah, it is one of those things where it's just, I think the Steam Workshop's going to be a good addition. I think it's going to be, just make it really nice to be able to just add mods very, very easily. Not that modding American Truck Sim is hard as it is, but it's just going to make it even easier. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the community takes to the Steam Workshop. I think there's going to be no problems at all. But like I said, the only thing you have to really wait for is, they have a scale around here, don't they? Yeah, they have a scale right there. I'm going to get weighed. I know this is random and makes no sense, but I just want to see what the weight is going to come out to. Oh, we got to go into this one. Okay. Watch the trailer. All right. So, right here, right? Oh, there we go. Put the parking brake on and we'll, so we're 44,000 pounds is our gross weight. Nice. Good to know. Our trailer's only 15,000 pounds, so the rest of that is the truck. So the truck is about 30,000, 29,000 pounds. That's pretty heavy for just the truck. And this is a day cab too, so I wonder if the sleepers are gonna... That'd be really interesting. I want to see what happens when you take something that's like very overweight or heavyweight or towards the top. Oh, balls. Can I get over? Thank you. Sorry, terrible on-ramp system. Makes it so I can't see you till the last second. And I'm already doing 30 in 15th. You know, it's like, okay, now I got a downshift? No, just drive on the shoulder. Sorry. Until they fix the, oh god, don't tell me I have to pull into the scales. I did that because I just wanted to know this. Okay, not mandatory. Okay, good. Maybe because I already did it. I don't know. But yeah, I wonder if I can take a load that is, I don't know. I don't know what the heaviest I've seen one. God, I think I've seen one that is 60,000. That seems about right. No, because then you'd be about 90,000 pounds, which would be over. I don't know. I've seen 45,000. I can guarantee that I've seen a 45,000 pound trailer. So, you know, 45,000 pounds, I think, what is the limit? 78,000? Or is it 80? Or 75? It's somewhere around that. Between 75 and 80,000 that I can remember. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's what I feel like is accurate, which could easily be very wrong. But if I come in there with a 45,000 pound trailer and a truck with a sleeper that is, you know, a big, huge, full sleeper, full tanks, full everything, you know, also, oh man, I should have weighed myself and then got fuel and then weighed myself again. I wonder if the fuel weight because 192 gallons, that's a lot of weight. That's pretty heavy. So I wonder if I go in there with full tanks, a full sleeper, and a full load, if I can get them to say that I'm over what I need to be, what happens? Do I get fined? They didn't really go into very specific detail about what happens with the new weigh stations. I don't know if I get fined for being overweight, which would be the realistic thing. They would also tell you, you know, what axle and all that, and you move tandems and everything, but I don't think we're there yet, unfortunately. I would love to be able to slide tandems on a trailer and stuff like that and balance my weight by axle and everything, but we're just not there. So, but yeah, it's they're making improvements. You know, they're listening to people. They're paying attention to what people don't do and don't like. My biggest gripe right now is just the on and off ramps. The off ramps are fine. The on ramps just don't work. They just don't work. So hopefully that'll be fixed at some point. I don't really know how they're gonna fix that. They would have to design a whole new on ramp system and then implement it to every single on ramp. I don't see that happening. We're going down a grade right now, and we're gonna get stuck behind this truck. Is he gonna turn right, or is he gonna go straight? I'm gonna go around him. I don't know what he's doing, so I'm just gonna go around. Sacramento, where we're headed, we're only, 37 miles away. It's really quick. We're already pretty much there. That was very fast. That was a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be. Well, actually, no, did I say? Yeah, we're going to Sacramento. Okay, yeah, it's just right up here. We're going to the Walmart. Yep. Luckily, we have this little tiny trailer, so this thing shouldn't be too bad to back in. The only other issue that we're gonna have again is trying to figure out what spot is ours to park the trailer, because we don't have any information. And the mod seems to be broken. What would be really cool, if I would love to see it, is if we got our trailers and we were given, if we were going to Walmart, that'd be great if we were given a dock number to park at, and then there was no symbol. Just say, oh yeah, park at dock, 23. And then we would just go find dock 23 and park it there and drop off without having any symbols on the ground or anything. And you get that when you pick up your trailer. That would be really cool, but don't know how a mod would do that. I don't know if that's possible, but I would love to see that. That would be really cool. So, also, once I get the sleeper too, I know this is random, but once I get the sleeper, I'm going to turn on fatigue simulation, so that way we do have to stop and rest. Don't want to do it with the day cab because it's just unrealistic, but once I get the sleeper, that's what I'll be doing. Alright, Walmart. Go ahead and attempt to find our spot here. Could I zoom in with that one? Yeah, I guess I could. We don't need the big fake one on. We can just zoom in with the one in the truck. Okay, so try to figure out what spot we're gonna have to go into. Is it gonna be dock 1? Might be 1. I'm gonna try 1. Let's see what happens. Now I gotta back up this little tiny 28-foot trailer, which can actually be really annoying to back up because they don't like to listen to what the other bigger trailers like to do. They're very different. Okay, so let's see if we get any sort of, oh yeah, no, we're ready to unload. So it is 1, okay, good. I'm actually okay with that. Go and turn that off, turn the parking brake off, take a look at our truck here. That's pretty cool. Nice little trailer for a nice truck. All right, go and drop off and see what we did. Excellent job, 393 miles, 6 hours and 48 minutes, 45 gallons of fuel consumed, $11,000 and 568 XP. We're getting pretty close to level 18. Skill point wise, I think the next one is probably going to go into just-in-time delivery, or maybe even to finish off the hazard cargo. We might do, class 6 or class 8 or something. We'll figure it out as we go. But thanks for watching. Remember to check out the description on the mods that I'm using in this episode, but also check out the description to the Eaton shifter project that was on Kickstarter. Again, I'll try to find a good link to get the information that you need if you're interested in purchasing one or just looking at what the project is. I don't know what's out there in terms of the links. I don't know if they have a website yet or if it's just on Kickstarter. I haven't looked, so I'm going to try to just provide you with the best link that I can find. But if you want to check that out along with the mods, they're all going to be in the description. Remember to hit the like button. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.